happy some o'er other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she, but what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know, and as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile, holding no quantity. Love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. Therefore is winged Cupid painted blind? Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes for your unheedy haste. Therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled, as waggish boys in games themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked upon Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. Then when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the woods will he tomorrow night pursue her, and for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. For herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again. You may think it's funny, but I was the last one to see him alive last summer. There were only 7 of them in the world, and the zoo had 4 of them, and I used to walk there every night, just to watch them stand so still in the water. And they walked so graceful in slow motion. They had legs as skinny as my little finger, long legs, and there were only 7 of them in the world, because they killed them off for feathers, for ladies' hats or something. And one night, a gang of boys came by with radios to their ears and cursing real bad, F and everything, and I was, scared, and they started saying things to me, dirty things, and laughing at the birds. And then one kid took a stone to see how close he could splash the birds, and then another kid took a stone to see how close he could splash the birds, and then they all started throwing stones to splash the birds, and then they started throwing stones at the birds, and I started screaming, "Stop it!" But a stone hit a bird's leg, and it bended like a straw, and the bird keeled over the water, flapping its wings in the water, and they just kept on laughing and cursing and throwing stones, and I started screaming, "Stop it, please, stop it!" But they just couldn't hear me over the ugly music on the radios, and I ran and I got the zoo guard, and he got his club, and we ran to the place of the birds, but the kids were gone. And there were white feathers in the water, and the water was real still, with big swirls of blood, and the birds were real still. And it was like the world just stopped. Then the god said something to me, but I couldn't hear him. I just saw his mouth moving, and I started just screaming. And the cops came, and they gave me a needle to make me stop screaming, and they never caught the gang. But even if they did, what good's that? You can't make birds come alive again.